Okay guys, so my video kind of just shut off and I was pretty good into it, so I didn't want to start all the way over again. So I do want to just hit back there on the compound verbs. You always need to make sure when you are finding your verb in a sentence that if you see a connecting word like and, that you always double check and make sure that you don't have that and, that you do not have that and connecting two verbs, smiled and applauded. If you do, then you have a compound verb. Just like a compound word is two words that make up one word, a compound verb is two verbs that make up, the verb in a sentence, okay? So go ahead and get your books out now, and I want to go over a few things with you. A little bit of work we will do together, and then the rest you will complete on your own and put, in your packets on the days that it is requested for. Now we are working up through page 8, so that will work perfect. Everything can go in your packet, pages 1 through 8. You'll tear out and put them under the pages that they would need to go into, okay? All right, so let's look on page 3, think A. It says, study the underlined subject part of each sentence and decide whether the subject tells who or what the sentence is about. If it's who, we write who on the line. If it's what, we write what on the line. So sweet oranges grow, let me try this again. Sweet oranges grow in Florida. I was thinking California. So is sweet oranges, that's what's underlined. Is that a who or a what? It is definitely a what. The hungry children ate their lunches gratefully. The hungry children is underlined. Is hungry children a who or a what? Very good, that is a who. So that's how you're going to do that. You're just going to look at the underlined words and decide whether it's a who or a what, a person or a thing. Look at think B. It says, show your understanding of sentence parts. Draw a vertical line between the subject part and the predicate part. Put S over the subject and P over the predicate. The first one is done for you. So it says, gentle waves lapped against the side of the boat. If you ask who or what is this sentence about, it's about gentle waves. So right after gentle waves, they put their vertical line separating the subject from the predicate. And you will put S above the subject part of the sentence and P above the predicate part of the sentence. Let's look at number 2. The onion soup was covered with mozzarella cheese. Who or what is the sentence about? It's about the onion soup. And what about the onion soup? It was covered with mozzarella cheese. So after soup, you'll write your vertical line, put an S above the onion soup, and a P above the rest of the sentence because that is the predicate part of the sentence. So looking at right C, you're going to write the missing subject or predicate parts in the following. So the first one, blank is an exciting book. So the subject part of the sentence there is missing, so you're going to fill that part in. My parents and I, who or what is the sentence about? My parents and I, so that's there, so you're going to fill in the blanks making up a predicate part of that sentence. The cheers of the crowd, who or what is the sentence about? The cheers of the crowd, so you're going to make up the predicate part of that sentence. And then in sentence number 4, washed and fed the dog. Well, who did that? It's not there, so you will fill in that part of the sentence. Go ahead and look at page 5 and look at think A. Well, first, look at the little blue box inside the blue box. If you find a word in a sentence and you're trying to figure, if you're finding a word and you're looking for a verb, and you're thinking that the word that you're about to say is a verb, you can test it. You can test it by putting I, you, or it in front of it. Like, let's say you think the word sing is a verb that you found this word in a sentence. And you're thinking it's the verb, but then again you're thinking, oh, maybe not. You can say, I sing, you sing, it sings. And if it makes sense, then that is your verb. Now let's say you found the word elephant in a sentence and you're just thinking that elephant really surely might just be your verb. So you say, I elephant, you elephant, it elephant. If it doesn't make sense, then it is not a verb, okay? So that is just a little test that you can use. Look at think A. We're going to underline the verb 2 times in each sentence. They already have our vertical line in between the subject and the predicate part of our sentence. So if we're underlining the verb 2 times, what part of our sentence are we going to be looking in? The predicate part. So Paul Revere saw the lantern, excuse me, in the North Church tower. So looking in the predicate part of that sentence, what is something that you could stand up and do? Saw. He saw. Very good. He rode through the countryside. Again, it's already divided with our vertical line, the subject part and the predicate part. And the predicate part of the verb, our predicate part of the sentence, which one of those verbs is something you can stand up and do? Very good. Rode. So you will underline it twice. And that is how you will complete that sentence. And then looking at page 6, draw a line between the subject and predicate and then underline the verb 2 times. I like oranges. Who or what is the sentence about? I. So you would draw your vertical line after the word I. And looking in our predicate, what is something you can stand up and do in the predicate? Like. Very good. So I like is our subject and verb. The careful boy studied his math. Who or what is the subject about? The careful boy. So you would draw a vertical line after boy. And what word in the predicate part of the sentence would be our verb? Something you can stand up and do. Very good. Studied. And look at think C. Underline the verb 2 times. Number 1, Stephanie learned many new words in school. Who or what is our sentence about? Stephanie. And what did Stephanie do? She learned. Very good. Learned is our verb. Number 2, she especially enjoyed the animals' names. Who or what is our sentence about? She. And what did she do? She enjoyed. Enjoyed is our verb. We'll do one more. Underline it twice. The young goslings stayed close to their mother. Who or what is our sentence about? The young goslings. And what exactly did they do? Look in your predicate. They stayed. Very good. Stayed is our verb. Underline it twice. And then turning over to page 7. In these sentences, you are going to fill in the compound verb. The Bronco blank and blanked all morning. The Bronco bucked and galloped all morning. So you're going to fill in 2 words, 2 action verbs in each one of those sentences to make a compound verb. And then look at page 8. Now guys, this is your work Monday through Wednesday. You'll follow your Google Classroom assignment for each day and complete the pages that each day says to complete, okay? This isn't all for today. I'm just giving you the video for Monday through Wednesday. Look at page 8, think B. Underline the compound verb 2 times and circle your connecting word. The Native Americans made teepees and constructed homes of earth or wood. Who or what is our sentence about? The Native Americans. And what did they do? They made, say your connecting word, and constructed. So made and constructed should be underlined twice, and your connecting word and should be circled. Number 2, Indians traveled on land by foot and built canoes for water travel. So who or what is our sentence about? The Indians. And what did the Indians do? They traveled, say your connecting word, and what else? Built. Very good. So traveled and built should be underlined twice, and should be circled because that is your connecting word. And then look and think C. And think C, you're going to underline each verb 2 times. If the verb is compound, circle the connecting word. So you're doing the same thing we did in think A, or in think B, but you're just, if it's compound, you need to be sure and underline both words that make it compound and circle the connecting word. And then if it's just a single verb, then underline it twice, okay? So y'all enjoy, y'all do a great job, and I will talk to you guys on Wednesday.